What's up guys, it's Canadian and today we are doing another Orisa VOD review. This one is for Dollar Hunt, who is a longtime subscriber and supporter of this stream. Also, he just got married last week, so wish him congratulations and a happy honeymoon. So today we're going to be looking at his positioning, target selection, ability usage, ultimate usage, reload discipline, all that jazz, and hopefully we can help him be a better Orisa player by the end of this. This is gold, played on March 7th. This is a placement game, so he was gold in the previous season. Anyways, let's get started.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Alright, we got Junkrat's fam. I like your team comps good. You got Roadhog, Orisa, or Lucio Moira, so that's pretty solid. Almost could have pulled Junk off the high ground, but he backed up. Smart Junkrat, so I'm glad you held your halt. You still go for it. If your Roadhog had been, again, communication, if you said to your Roadhog, hey, I'm going to halt this Junkrat, let's switch to red, by the way. Hey, I'm going to halt this Junkrat, he could have stood near you and gotten this hook, so this is a good halt, but you only have 50% of the combo. You need the Roadhog to be kind of paying attention, and to help him pay attention, you got to use that communication. So the halt isn't bad by any means. Obviously, you would, like, ideally, you'd pull him from the high ground, but the Junkrat's playing away from the edge, so this isn't a bad halt, you just bad communication.
Run from behind.
I could see the Fortify here. You got knocked up from behind your shield. You're getting hit. You lost 100 HP. Fortify makes sense here.
Run from behind.
I'd say a lot of ammo kind of gets wasted here. So right here, you're looking at the Rhine. You hear him. Okay, I think that's what knocked you up, maybe, or the Junkrat. Hard to tell, but something knocks you up. So then you're looking, and then right here, you just like you're shooting. You're just kind of like wasting ammo at this point.
Run from behind.
I'm not gonna count how much you wasted, but it's probably like 50 rounds. Good shield, good job refreshing your shield as Fortify ended. So that's a good. You have kind of the right rhythm going on. The halt not really accomplishing too much here. So, like, what do you want to do? Like, if we're Orisa right here and we're in this player's perspective, what would we want to do with halt? So, the first thing is don't use it, right? That's always a choice, like look for a better opportunity. The second thing is, wait for someone to retreat, then pull them back. Or if, let's say Ryan's shielded here and like a squishy kind of steps here, you can shoot the halt way to the side and pull the squishy out from behind the shield. So those are kind of your, like in this exact situation, what you can do. But the halt we see is just kind of like, hey, I have halt, I'm going to use halt, but you have to have a goal with each and every halt, and I don't think there was a goal here. Used your whole magazine, so that's a good step. Focusing the Rhine shield really good. Refreshing your shield's good. And the reason we're refreshing this shield refresh makes sense, even though your old shield has like 500 HP, it's because you're taking space away, you're moving forward, so you're not going to sit here, wait for this to go away. You want to move the shield up so you can keep pressuring this Rhine, so I like that you move the shield forward. Focusing the Reinhardt, breaking his shield. See, now is the time to use halt, right? You just broke his shield. He can't avoid halt. He can maybe 180 and charge this way. But what you want to do is you want to halt him as far away from cover as possible. So that's towards your team and away from this corner, right? So this is his safety net. So you want to halt like right here and pull him all the way over here. And you get all this free space to just shoot him in the face. Oh, you were too delayed. Are you gonna get it? Okay, you're still gonna get it because the D.Va messed up a little bit, but you need to capitalize right away on enemy mistakes. Maybe not mistakes, but on enemy positioning. So the Rhine being that far away from cover when his shield breaks is a mistake on the Rhine's part, and you punish that with halt. With halt. Also, disclaimer, sometimes I get halt and fortify. I don't get the abilities confused. My brain mixes the two words. So if there's a time when I say, oh, you shouldn't have used halt there, and the player clearly used fortify, just understand that I meant fortify. I don't know why it happens. I apologize, but I'm just going to get that out there now. I don't know how that happens, but it happens. I apologize.
Gotta get that Rhine.
Yeah, look at the D.Va. Look how the D.Va messed up here. maybe she didn't have any defense matrix actually. Maybe she ran out. So.
Gotta get that Rhine.
Yep. The target selection, by the way, very good. You get the D.Va, you get the Rhine. Really good target selection.
That Rhine. Nice.
Yep. A solid Orisa play. I mean, we
all
saw a
because
little
of
bit.
those
We saw
delicious
some
heals,
ammo
man.
wasted. We saw a halt
Got
wasted, but
4
your
gold.
fortifies were good. Your shields were good. So
Just
far,
rub it
I
in
know
for
it's
now.
just been
Jeez.
like a minute into this round, but the main thing is you want to get good halts
I
faster.
really wasn't
You just got to
expecting the
react
Rhine to,
faster
like,
with
charge
those
me from
halts.
behind. Luckily, he
Yeah.
don't.
Like right here, this is a pretty standard position, giving yourself a long sight line to poke Ryan's barrier. You're Orisa, so you're going to win the shield battle. You're not overextending. There's really not much to say about this. You just need to, you know, kind of maintain this presence for your team to kind of push the cart. And then if they start contesting, which it looks like they are about to do, then there's more Orisa mechanics kind of come into play. So right here, pressuring the Rhine shield, like the Rhine shield just broke, or was that your shield? Hang on, I think that was your shield. Yeah, so your shield just broke. So then here's where communication is really important. You say, guys, my shield just broke. I have a new shield in 4 seconds. So your team knows. If you could communicate my shield's about to break, that's always good too, so your team kind of knows what to expect. It's about to break. It's broken. I have this long until my next shield. I'm placing the shield. I placed it over here. Those are kind of the like main, you know, shield communications that should happen revolving Orisa's barrier, because it does have a cooldown versus Ryan's shield just kind of turns on and off. So again, target focus is good. You used all your ammo. You're using Fortify to cover yourself while your shield is on cooldown.
Shit. I got out.
I could argue like you probably maybe didn't need this Fortify, because like right when you used it, there was 1 second left on your shield. But I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I kind of expected the Rhine to hit you, and I think you did too, which prompted the Fortify. So the Fortify is fine. You know, like in hindsight, which I try my best not to review these with hindsight because that's not fair to the player. You know, yeah, you could have held it, but I think the Fortify here is fine. Again, there's a halt that's just being totally wasted.
Shit. I got out, guys.
Like, here's how you can get value out of halts, especially versus Ryan. And we already mentioned it once, but we'll mention it one more time. Wait, 49? Oh, my pot player updated, so it's not going back plus and minus 2 seconds. It's going like 9 seconds. Aw, I kind of want to fix that because I rewind a lot. So hang on a second. Pot player. Does anyone know how to change that like off the top of their head? Change skip. Time jump, okay. Hang on. I like doing 2 seconds forward and backwards since I rewind so much, and if it's going to be 9 seconds this whole time, we're going to be seeing the same thing like a bunch of times. So this will be edited out. Playback section. Playback. Time jump. See, why it says 2 seconds. Why is it doing 5 seconds? No, I want 2 seconds. There we go. See, now it's doing it. I don't know why it wasn't doing it before, but okay. I'm going to use this opportunity to drink some coffee. Ah, it's so good. Okay. So, we see here the shield breaks, and then right here, we see the Rhine's shield has a lot of cracks in it, right? Exactly. You want to break shield. Someone in chat is calling it out already. But what you want to do is, you know the Rhine shield is going to break, and you have halt. So just like before, when you break the Rhine shield, you pull him out of position, and you punish Ryan for being so far forward with a broken shield.
Shit. I got out, guys.
Like right here, barrier destroyed. Imagine if he had halt right now. He's trying to like hide in this corner. You'd be like, yo, buddy. Nope, no hiding for you. And your whole team, Moira, yourself, Roadhog, just like blows the Rhine to smithereens. That's the main tank for the red team down. You now have access to their whole team, and you just like slowly and surely push forward and kill the rest of the red team.
Ryan has none.
I mean, nice, right? His barrier broke, and you guys just lit him up. Like I'm not saying like you have to have halt for the Rhine, but if you could choose between just like using halt and getting nothing out of it and using halt to get a kill, like obviously you want to use the halt to get the kill. It's not about necessarily holding halt more, it's just, you know, holding halt for opportunities. Like if a different opportunity had presented itself 8 seconds ago, then do that with halt. It's not about quantity per se, it's about quality. Target selection's good, pressuring the D.Va. So right here, you see like the D.Va ran away, right? She's gone. So now you can change targets to the soldier, which is what you're doing, fine, which is good. I want to be clear, this is good, right? As Orisa and Zarya, enemy tanks are high up on the target selection list, but when squishier characters are presenting themselves on a silver platter to you as that off tank or Orisa, then you can go for them. So you're fighting the soldier, you've got halt in 4 seconds. If he's still alive 4 seconds from now, you should use this halt to kill the soldier. Easy peasy. Looks like he gets killed by the Riptire. Again, that halt just whatever. But the fight's kind of won also, so it's kind of just like a we've won the fight halt, so it's really not a big deal. The enemy team's down 3 people and they just used both support alts. Don't be like that red team. Don't do that. Also, don't supercharge her. You guys are up 3 people. No one on your team should use any more alts. Alright, it was 6v3, now it's 5 versus 3. You still need the ult here. Again, you're also halting versus D.Va. Just like you wouldn't Graviton in D.Va's face, you don't really want to halt in D.Va's face because she'll just eat it. And halt is Orisa's best ability. Don't let D.Va just absorb your halt willy-nilly. Target selection's good. She flew through your barrier, which prompted the fortify. Makes sense. You replace shield. Barracuda with the 100 bits says, what's alt economy? Thank you, Barracuda, for the 100 bits. Yeah, pretty much, man. Alt economy in all levels of play. I mean, it gets better as you go higher, but at the same time, there's also games you have where the alt economy from one team, the red team, or both teams is just absolutely terrible. Kangas John with the Prime sub, dude. What's up, Kangas John? Hey, GG the other day, man. I think we were playing an arcade together, dude. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, man. Welcome to the Auto Buddies, dude. Hope you're having a good day. Target selection good. I see, like right here, you know you're about to destroy D.Va Mech, so save halt for when you destroy D.Va Mech, or she's gonna try and run away, and then you're gonna halt her back. All right. So again, we're talking about reacting sooner with halts, right? Right here, right when she does this, you can kind of lead her. Because she's going to want to sit on the high ground, so you can kind of lead her and just yoink her back, and then be like, hey, no booster cooldown for you, and just finish that D.Va Mech. Close, unfortunate. By the way, if a D.Va is defense matrixing at low HP, just punch her. She can't block melee. She can block all your damage as Orisa, but she cannot block the melee, so just punch her. So right here, you need to be saying to your team, hey, I just play shield, I have no shield, so your team knows to find cover.
No shield.
This D.Va has, like, not single-handedly, she's had a mercy pocket, has just, like, been stalling the cart for the red team for, like, almost a full minute. It's actually insane.
They got a bastion.
Where?
Reload now. Now's the time to reload. Yep, you can reload. That's okay. You're not fighting anyone. I don't know. I'm personally not a fan of long-range halts unless you're pulling someone off the high ground, just because it's so hard for your team to really capitalize. Now, in this case, you're doing a long-range halt, and there's 3 people of your team here, so they will be able to capitalize. You're kind of the person stuck on cart right now, so I could understand why you did this. You're over here, your team's over here, and you're like, I want to be helpful, so I get why you did this. The other thing about long-range halts is it's hard to get a good halt from long range, because by the time the halt travels that distance, you know, so many enemies will have moved around. Your shields have been very good for the most part. Just yeah, you know, on a plus note, you're consistently updating your shields, putting them in more forward positions. Not too far. I think maybe you could maybe argue this one's a little too far. But you're constantly just pushing the front line for your team so they can push this card safely. So good job there. Supercharger. Let's look at numbers advantage. All right, so Soldier's down, Bastion's down. So it's 5 versus 4 right now. Alright, a 5 versus 4 supercharger makes sense. I like it. Placement. I like the placement. It's kind of reserved. It covers a lot of the area you're fighting in, so I like this placement as well. The timing of it's well too. Comboing with Whole Hog, you're using it in a 5 versus 4. So I think everything about the supercharger is going well. I'd say maybe you would want to put it closer to the shield because it is kind of exposed on the flanks. I was thinking maybe you could put a shield in this doorway and put it in the jail. That way, the only way for them to get to it is to go through your shield. That's kind of one good supercharger on this map. Another one you could do is place a shield here and kind of put it in this corner, so it again extends all the way around this point. It doesn't extend around the corner, obviously, but your team is fighting in this area, and then the supercharger here or here would kind of fulfill that area. Like right here, you ran out of ammo. Okay, it's fine. And it's funny that this is one of the few times when you ran out of ammo when you had opportunities to reload. You don't actually see that much, but back when you were on cart, we were talking about it. Like you could have reloaded, you know, any time right here because you're not fighting anyone. But you choose not to. You choose not to. You choose not to. You finally start fighting someone, and then when you actually need the ammo, you don't have it. That does not happen nearly as often as people reloading too much. So it's better to be on this side of the reloading spectrum, in my opinion. It's still unfortunate, but not as bad. I like that you were trying to body block your supercharger with your fortify, which is good. Again, we see if you had put it closer to the shield, D.Va would not have gotten such an easy angle on it, because if you put it in the shield, then D.Va can't attack it from the high ground, so that's unfortunate. You didn't need to refresh your shield. I was kind of thinking you were going to. There is a bug right now where when you supercharge your shield health, right, 793, when you use supercharger, your shield health disappears, which is kind of annoying. But your shield's probably at 500 HP at least. Right? The shield health just disappeared. So you didn't need to refresh a new shield, especially if you're just going to place it where your current shield is. That's kind of a bad habit, like a lot of Orisas have, including myself. You really want to replace it if it's about to break. If you're holding a position and it's about to break, replace it. But if you're going to place it in the same spot and the first one's healthy, you can just hold it. Missed opportunity to pull her off the high ground. I didn't even see where your last halt was. Oh, yeah, you're pulling her like 3 feet. Yeah, like this isn't really accomplishing anything. She's already in front of you, facing you. Her head hitbox is right there. You don't need halt to help you kind of secure this kill on the D.Va mech, so definitely could have held that halt. Like right here, imagine if you had halt, right? You could have pulled her off the high ground. I'm really surprised he didn't kill you. So let's see, right here. I kind of like when you used halt here to, after Roadhog hooked you, just be like, hey, get away from me. However, I think maybe using shield first would be better so he doesn't get the second follow-up shot. I think he missed his follow-up shot. 267, 231. Yeah, he kind of whipped his follow-up shot because he only did 30 damage to you, so you got lucky there. But the shield halt to kind of save your life. All right, makes sense. Target selection's good.
Nice.
Again, you're just kind of throwing halts out here instead of really finding a purpose for it. Or actually, wait.
Nice.
Hang on, I take that back. Okay. Be honest. Did you actually know D.Va's mech was breaking here when you used the halt, or did you just use halt because you saw D.Va? Because if you knew her D.Va mech was breaking, then kudos, because you kind of 180'd and acquire the information really quickly, and then you're halting her baby D.Va down, which is a good use of halt. But if you're just throwing it out here, then yeah, once again, you could have held it like that 1 second. You see D.Va getting ejected from mech, and then you have a good halt opportunity in front of you. I heard it breaking. All right, awesome. So this is a good halt here to pull the baby D.Va down as she gets ejected. Did actually... I think you did it too early also. So you have the right idea, you just got to work on the execution. And if you want to practice this, I believe you can get D.Va bots in custom games. So you halt, and if you see here, you pulled the mech, but not baby D.Va. So you have to time it really. You have to get the timing down to pull baby D.Va as she gets ejected. You can actually be late on the timing because the halt's range is actually pretty large. So you can wait for her to get ejected and then shoot the halt if you really just want it kind of an easier time of timing it. You just canceled your reload like a bajillion times, which is actually kind of funny. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the first cancel. The second cancel. Where was the second cancel? I think you shot a shield. Okay, you had 1 cancel, 2 cancels, 3 cancels. You canceled your reload 3 times, which is actually like so much time wasted. I don't think it's a common problem with Orisas. I think it's kind of rare, but I would just be careful about doing that since Orisa has the longest reload animation in the game. Every time you cancel it, you're just prolonging the longest reload in the game. So just kind of, if you have to like place an emergency barrier, go for it, but besides that, you really want to if you're going to secure a kill with the punch, like actually secure the kill, go for it. Like if they're going to kill you, but mostly you want to let the reload finish because it takes forever.
Fog to the right.
That halt again, we kind of won the fight halt, no big deal.
Sweet. Trying to do work. Thanks for the heals.
Yeah, thank your healers, man. This Moira, your Moira that you're
Team's
queuing with.
really kind of everywhere, but aggressive, which is kind of good.
Yeah, I think we're gelling pretty good.
D.Va mech's getting staggered. She actually popped Valkyrie for this? No way. She actually popped Valkyrie for this. Why would you do this, Red Mercy? Why? What a waste. What an actual waste. Oh, except then your Genji died. Where was your halt? I totally missed your halt. Wait, what? Were you trying to catch a Valk Mercy with halt? That is optimistic AF. That is super optimistic. Alright, nothing to say about that except don't do that. If you're comboing with Roadhog, like, hey, I'm gonna pull Valk Mercy, then you hook her, fine. But otherwise, don't do that. Or Widowmaker, if you're like a godly Widowmaker. Really good shots there. Now, one thing that you've been good about, but seems to, like, in the laps here, is you haven't refreshed shield to cover this corridor. So you see, like, already Genji died right here. Your Lucio's not really behind your shield, and your Roadhog's not behind your shield. So, and this is, I think this is like an Orisa playstyle thing. So it's maybe it's not like a good or bad thing, but my personal preference with Orisa shield is I do not like putting the shields on the payload. Even though the payload moves and the shield moves, etc., I personally don't like it because the angles it covers is constantly changing, which means my team will have to constantly change their position. So I just like throwing shields on the ground, and so my team knows, okay, the shield's here, I can stand here, I will be safe. They never have to worry about like the payload turning a corner and then all of a sudden they're exposed and like a Widowmaker shoots them in the face. So a playstyle thing is maybe refresh your shield here. Maybe like this is maybe a little too aggressive because the Orisa might walk through it, but definitely at this corner here, so your team can play kind of this cover and be relative safety from these shots coming in from the red team. Oh, that shield. Rip that shield. Also, okay, target selection mistake here, I think maybe the first one we've seen, is Winston jumps in, right? This Winston jumps in right here. Look at this guy. You have to go on him. He is feeding right now. Absolutely feeding. So ideally, and I think you meant to do it, but you kind of missed up the shield. You would put the shield behind the Winston, so you cut off all the support from the red team, and then your team just blows up the Winston. Definitely, you should be going on him. He's an easy target. He jumped in. He has no more mobility. As Orisa, you can just like blow him up with your fusion driver. It'll be a good time. Okay, so Winston died. You're reloading. Okay. Again, halting, not really doing anything. So another thing about halt, right? You know, when Ryan's shield breaks is a good time to halt. When Zarya uses personal shield, you can break the personal shield and then halt her back. When the enemy Orisa uses fortify and no longer has it, another great time to halt, okay? Because Orisa cannot stop the halt and she cannot reduce the incoming damage from said halt, assuming if it's a halt. So let's rewind. Let's be fair. Let's look at Orisa. Okay, she halted right as you pressed it, so kind of you can't really hold it to be like, oh, she fortified. I can hold this halt. So they kind of happen at the same time. Okay, no big deal. However, you're once again halting down the barrel of a diva with defense matrix, which you don't want to do because she'll just absorb your halt. What you want to do with your next shield in this situation, right? You've just killed Winston. You killed Moira, but you got res. So I think it's a 5v5 because your Genji's respawning or he's back. But you with your next shield, you place it past this corner, past Orisa shield. You pressure them, and then as they try to run away, you halt them back. Right? Or if Orisa tries to set up in this corridor here, she doesn't have fortify. So what you can do is, and we'll make a pretty drawing. If this is the corridor, right, we're kind of in this, elbow of the map, right? If logo blue, if your shield's here, and then you push the team back, and the enemy team is here, and she has no fortify. Actually, hang on, this shield's a little big. Let's say it's like, oops, that's still an eraser. Let's say it's like this, right? And she has no fortify. Here's Orisa. What you can do is halt to the side. And Orisa gets pulled to the side from behind the shield, and your team can then blow her up, right? Your Hog can hook her, your soldier can shoot them in the face, or whatever DPS you have. So that's a great thing to do in a versus enemy Orisas, especially if they don't have fortify. And even doing that, just throwing your halt like that, if you can force the fortify out with an 8-second cooldown halt, that is a win for you, because you'll have another halt before they have another fortify. Oh, you didn't take the space away. I really wanted you to go past the shield and take their space away. Like right now, right? See, in your own head, you wanted to walk through the shield, but you didn't think to place her shield past her shield. So it's kind of a disconnect there between what you want to do and what you did. Because even you walked through her shield, but you have to make sure that your shield goes where you want to go. I think we're gonna, oh, nice kill. So let's pretend Orisa was still alive and she has no fortify, and she places a shield. Boom, a halt over here, pulls her out from behind the shield, and then your team can kill her. I know you guys already killed her, but hypothetically, if she was still alive, she's got no fortify, dead. But good target focus to kill the Orisa while her shield was down, really good. Oh god! That was close! Remember, communication about, I have a shield, I'm placing it by the cart, etc., when there's like a big self-destruct or something like that. Another thing you can probably avoid here is, right here, since you killed the enemy Orisa, they don't have any more shields. Instead of sitting here blowing up a shield that's going to get replaced when the Orisa respawns, like this shield shouldn't really be protecting the enemy team because there is no one on the enemy team kind of holding the shield, if that makes sense. All you had to do is like walk through the shield, and then you can get a lot more value out of all this ammo. Just like shooting it, and like Moira's here, Diva's here. Like if you just like rotated right here, you could kind of get eyes on all these enemies stuck in here. But you're letting this like one shield that has no one behind it kind of like scare you off. Maybe scare is not the right word, but again, you're doing a lot of these halts. You're these halts are just kind of like pulling the enemy team together, but I don't know. Like for example, okay, here's like a halt that I would have done. Winston just leapt in. What I would do is I would halt right here and pull him right next to me because then his head hitbox is literally at the barrel of my gun. You're like, yo, what's up, Winston? You want some fusion driver ammo? I've got 150 ammo to spare. I'll share it with you. Like if you pull this Winston into you, he's getting way closer than he wants to be, and you and Roadhog would just blow him to smithereens. But instead, we've been seeing a lot of these halts are just like, hey, everybody group hug, boop. You're just like your halt is like an enemy team group hug. Target focus still good. Winston, D.Va. Oh, whoa, missed play. When D.Va walks through your shield and she's in your face, fortify, man. Whoa, you let her chunk you for 300 before you. I'm hoping you fortify. Oh my God, you had fortify that whole time, and you let her get you down at 300. So that was awkward. That's probably your worst quote unquote fortify of this whole game so far. You're fortifying at 100 HP with no armor, so the value of this fortify is way down compared to fortifying when you have armor and more HP. So like this fortify quote unquote will reduce damage done to you up to 180, right? Because you have 91 HP. But when you have 300 HP, fortify can reduce damage up to 600. Now, that was like that's off the top of my head. I think that's correct, but I'm not actually sure. So if that's wrong, I apologize. Someone feel free to correct me on that. But the effective HP you are protecting with fortify is like if you have low HP, the effective HP you're protecting is not as high as if you had higher HP. That's just kind of the general idea of what I was going for. Maybe the math wasn't right, but
Nice.
target focus good.
Yeah,
Support
so.
you're on the D.Va, you're on the Winston. Okay, so again, what right here, you see the A Junkrat is out from behind the shield. Great halt target right here. You just pull him forward, or you can either pull him forward and kill him, or pull him kind of to the side away from the Orisa shield and kill him. And then you want to communicate that I'm pulling Junkrat, kill Junkrat. And your team will see this like this amazing like boop boop boop, and your team's like, oh wow, what an easy kill, thank you Orisa for carrying me, right? That's halt number one. Halt number two is you can halt right here, and well, this would be a quote unquote group hug. The difference is Orisa, she has no barrier because she just placed it, I'm pretty sure, and two, she has no fortify. So when you pull her out from behind the shield, your team can blow up both of these guys. So those are your two halts here. No. Ah, no. So we've talked about definitely like you know, focusing the tanks, but if other targets are available that are better, that are like higher value, you can go for them. This is like one of those rare opportunities because look at their like latitude, I guess. You know, they're kind of on the same level, so one isn't really closer to you than the other, but one is more protected than the other, right? This one is behind a shield and this one is not. So this is the better target in like this specific situation. So unfortunate. I mean, it's not necessarily the wrong thing to do to go for the Orisa, but the better option is definitely go for that Junkrat. You're so close to comboing
Nice.
her with your halt. Wait,
Nice.
did she actually? Was she still fortified when you halted,
Nice.
or did you just straight miss? Oh, I think she was still fortified. That's unlucky.
Nice.
I like the supercharger though. It's around the corner. The enemy team would really have to invest to get to it, so the supercharger's good.
Nice.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Oh, don't, dude. You got you emoted, dude. That was such PM. My goodness. All right, so I think the first thing we've seen is definitely your halt usage is probably the thing that needs the most work. And that needs to go. Those are rookie numbers. You're gonna get those numbers way up. You need to be getting more quality pulls. And it's not even that there haven't been opportunities. There have been lots of opportunities, but your halt's always on cooldown for said opportunities because you're just doing, you know, low quality halts.
Well, you got Anna now.
You don't have very many reloading issues, which is good. I would just say try and recognize when it is a good time to reload is, and be careful of canceling your reload too much. It only happened, each of those situations only happened the one time, but in a different game that might really like bite you in the butt. Shield placement was pretty good. Again, playstyle preference. I don't like putting it on the cart. I know lots of Orisas do. I know Evil Toaster loves putting it on the cart. That's something he does all the time. He puts a lot of emphasis on doing that. So I think that's just a playstyle thing. Just know, kind of the risks and rewards that come with that. Fortify, you had the one really bad fortify where you didn't fortify. Just be careful that if someone is like clearly on you, that's going to do a lot of damage. Like don't be afraid to use fortify. Like that's what it's there for. It's there to help you win those 1v1s. It's there to help you to save your life, etc. Supercharger use was actually pretty good. I think the first one was good. You just need to put it either combo your shield closer with the supercharger or put your supercharger where your shield was. But yeah, it's really all about the halts is the best advice I could give you. Halt, halt, halt needs to be good, good, good. All about that halt. It's all about that
It's like
halt,
the high
about
ground's
that
nice,
halt.
but you're so exposed.
I don't know any other words. I just
Yeah,
made that up or
I mean, it's
whatever.
good for like Soldier and McCree. And McCree can just drop right down here.
Who is ready to party?
Focusing Rhine Shield. Look at this, right? Already, the Rhine Shield is almost broken. Wait, you used halt? I must have missed it. I was drinking my coffee. I missed. Did you use halt? Aw, don't do this. Yep, rip. So here's the thing about Roadhog Orisa, right? Here, we'll draw another pretty picture. Okay, so it's the map is set up like here's the alleyway, right? You're holding this corner. This is your team here. Oops, nope, that's not blue. This is, oh my god, draw. This is your team. This is the enemy team. Here's the Rhine Shield, and let's say there's some, squishies behind Rhine Shield. So what you can do, and this takes a lot of practice, but it is doable, is if there is one squishy that's standing, and let's say this is Reinhardt, right? Reinhardt is actually is the center of the shield. So you see how one squishy is kind of to the side of Reinhardt, right? This is Ryan's, position, and this is the squishy's position. If you do a halt just right, you can pull just the squishy out from behind the shield and not the Reinhardt, and then your Roadhog can get the hook on that person and an easy kill, easy kill. So when you're doing Roadhog Orisa, you have like they work well together. They don't just work well together because they're in the same map on the same team. Their abilities work well together, and you need to work harder to get those abilities to work together. So unfortunately, you used their halt there because then we see the Reinhardt shield's about to break, which would have been a great opportunity for a Roadhog Orisa combo.
They went right.
Oh, like right here. Like, look at this. Junkrat is by himself. They all went this way. You and Roadhog could have like pushed up just a little bit, halted this guy, hooked him, etc. Free kill. Then they're pushing him without Junkrat. You got a 6v5, etc. You're living the dream. See, you're halting, but the Roadhog, you need the Roadhog to combo with you. Like that halt is like you can do group hugs if your Roadhog is ready to pounce on the group hug. I would be careful about rotating over here because while you are doing this, the entire front line is open, to enemy spam. Okay, at least your team rotated out. Okay, so actually, we don't see this often. Your team, when you turn back, your team also rotated with you. So Roadhog wasn't still fighting the front. Whoever this squishy is wasn't still fighting the front. This was actually rare but good. Your team went with the main tank, and so while you were kind of leaving this open, they weren't leaving themselves open to being spammed to death because they came with you. So that's rare but good. Good job, blue team. So definitely need to replace a shield though. There you go. Okay, I could see that halt working out. Pressure the shield. Pressure the shield.
Somber Rhine on right. Warrior too.
Mori too.
You wait for visual confirmation that someone is there. Like they left like 5 seconds ago, maybe even longer. But you're kind of This kind of halt is like a hope and a prayer, but you don't actually know if someone's there. You're just assuming someone's there. So try not to do that.
They're not going right, guys. They're going main.
Okay.
Oh, whoever said that, good. Whoever said, hey, they're not going right, that's good comms. Alright, here we go. You've got halt, you've got fortify, you've got Reinhardt shield low. What is going to happen? There are about to be so many good opportunities for halt here. Alright, so for example, just real quick, we were talking about it earlier. Look at Ryan is right here at this latitude, and there's a squishy right here. So if you halt over here, you'll pull this person out from behind the shield. Roadhog gets the hook. Boom! Roadhog Orisa combo. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. You get yourself a 6v5 advantage for 2 8-second cooldowns, and you should win this fight. But you have to have the communications and the teamwork in order to get it done. No, you're group hugging again. I don't think you and Roadhog have comboed one time. Like, if you group hugged and Anna threw her biotic grenade, that would be so huge. But it's about the comms. Like, hey, I'm gonna pull them together in a second here. Like, hey, Reinhardt shield is breaking. I'm gonna use halt. Get ready to pull them. Get ready to throw biotic grenade. Something. Just imagine this group hug. Imagine this biotic grenade right here. Oh, it'd be so beautiful. 4 people purpled. Oh man. Also, right here, okay, so these guys are retreating. Look at these two. Moira just used Fade, so she doesn't have it, and Mercy is here. So like again, these two groups are kind of at the same level, and you have your pick of the litter who to shoot at here, and like Ryan is getting double pocketed by 2 healers that are out of position. So you should be shooting at them in this scenario. Especially the Moira, since she doesn't have Fade. So close. Oh, somebody got her, thank goodness.
Moira dead.
Okay, shield's broken. Look at this guy. He's trying to run. He's trying to run. You tell him, no running. No running. I want to play. Let's play, Reinhardt, and you halt him back. Halt. Use halt, please, before he gets away. No. I mean, he died, but you still didn't use halt. The shields have been good, though. Bro's my resident hog buddy. Gotcha. You guys need to work combo more. Go play quick play and just make it your whole goal to do Roadhog Orisa combos. Don't care about winning. Don't care about good barriers or good fortifies. Don't care about anything. Just care about getting pulled port combos off in quick play. And once you guys have that synergy down, you'll be doing so much better, especially at this level. Good shield, good fortify. Did you use a halt that I missed? I think you did. Yeah, alright, going for the long haul. She pressuring shield, target selection's good. Refreshing shield at the right time, good. Like I said, fortify's good.
Nice.
But why the halt though, right? That's the question. Why the halt? First of all, you canceled your reload again. And then secondly, like if you have okay, the ideal sequence of events is you fortified, okay, then you reload, and then after your reload, you have ammo to follow up on your halt. So, if you've just reloaded, what do you halt? You would pull this Mercy right next to you so you can shoot her in the face and then punch her, and then you get that kill with the ammo, with the halt, with the shield, with the fortify, using all of Orisa's abilities in conjunction, in a rhythm to secure these kills.
Nice.
Oh, you refresh shield, but you put it too far. Like, at this situation, you have to put it right at your feet. You gotta look straight down because he's so close to you. Target selection's big! Big purple from Anna. No, why? You're pulling him away from you. Actually, no, that's technically what you want. You want to create distance between Reinhardt and Orisa. I guess I don't want you to use his halt because his shield's about to break. That's the main thing. Okay, I like that shield's a little better. Punch him, punch him. Okay, he finally died. So your target selection in this fight is good, right? Because no one else is really presenting themselves as an easy target. The Reinhardt's the most far forward. He's purpled. So the target selection here is good. The Fortify makes sense. He was actually hitting you. Okay, alright. Oh, you almost canceled it with Halt. Almost. Yeah, I would say put shield down because he's gonna shatter. Yes, he did it. I knew it. So obvious. Why would you shatter in like a 3 versus 6? Oh man. We didn't guard the body. Yep, did not guard the body. Didn't keep track of Mercy, and you didn't guard the body. He actually got a huge shatter. So this is something also that I'm starting to do more as a tank player. You know how sometimes you're fighting a tank and then that healer is pocketing said tank and you're not getting anything done fighting the tank because they're getting pocketed. At that point, you just switch to the healer because if they're not being pocketed by Ana or Zen, I guess, usually that healer is in pretty close proximity with the tank that they are pocketing, right? Mercy's got to be kind of close, Moira's got to be pretty close, and Lucio's got to be pretty close. So hang on, let's see here. Right here? Right here. You see how Mercy flies forward like this? At this point, Mercy is presenting herself as a target. She's like, I volunteer as tribute. Please take me, Orisa. I want to be killed. So at that point, you can switch targets from Rein to Mercy because the Mercy should not have flown in. Well, whoever this is probably pressuring them out, so she shouldn't have a choice. But when Mercy flies like this, right, they are literally a group together. So if you had a tank and a healer standing next to each other, who would you rather kill, the tank or the healer? And the correct answer is definitely the healer because you don't have to go out of your way at all to kill the healer. The healer's coming to you. So definitely a target selection thing here. Go for the healer. You kill her, it makes it that much easier to kill the tank. Like right here, she's literally standing like right behind you. Pocketing this Reinhardt. Like your Moira killed her, so good job,
Nice.
Moira. And then you guys killed the Rein right after. Can't believe he actually shattered. I mean, I'm glad that you barriered. I don't know if you were expecting the shatter. I was expecting it, but if you expected the shatter and you blocked it with a barrier, good stuff. If you didn't expect it and you got lucky, still good stuff.
Got a Pharaoh.
The game senses potato. Hey, that's okay. That's why we do these reviews. I know you can't hear me when you're doing this when we're doing this review like in this game, but the amount of group hugs. By the way, in my Orisa guide, when I get to the halt section, I'm calling that the group hug halt. That's what I'm calling it. It's done. I've decided it's over. You have done so many group hugs at long range. It's like kind of triggering. Okay, look at this Rein. Okay, his shield's about to break. You know he doesn't have ultimate, and he's not near cover. So when you break this shield, you have a couple options. You can pull him this direction, but he might get into security. You can pull him kind of diagonally, which I think is the best, because then, or maybe not straight to you, maybe like right here. So he's away from this corner, he's away from that corner, he's away from this corner, and he's not necessarily close enough to you to really like pressure you. So when you break this shield, you pull this Rein. You had to reload. Fortifying because D.Va pushed through your shield. Makes sense. His barrier got destroyed, but you got hacked. Okay, so you can't do anything. It's a good thing you got the Fortify off before you got hacked. Target selection's good. Then you switch to the Rein. So really good target selection here, right? D.Va flew into you. Easy target. Then Rein charged into you. Easy target.
Nice grenade.
Press the shield. You guys are in relative safety. Moira, please come back. No, but no, this rocket's gonna kill her. I'm scared. Oh, she lived. Oh, did she fade aggressively? Hey, you guys guarded the body that time. What? She still got that off? Are you kidding me? Oh, you tried to halter? Ah, so close. Like definitely you were in the right spot. Your head's in the right spot. I would say in the future when you want to pull Mercies away from Reinhardt, wait for them to start the animation so you can really line up the halt to stop the resurrect because they're stuck kind of in that motion. Let's count the numbers advantages because I'm kind of thinking you didn't need the supercharger
Nade.
here. Okay, so let's see. Diva Mech's down,
Nice
Reinhardt's dead.
grenade.
All right, it was 6 versus 4.5. So it's on the precipice of not being needed. But I could understand why you did it. The fight's not really won yet, but it's close to being won, and the supercharge is just kind of ensuring that it is won. Hopefully, no one else on your team used ultimates. If you guys just used supercharger, that's fine. But if you guys used something else already and I missed it, then you probably didn't need. You really only need one ultimate from your team here to really like secure this fight and nothing else. How did this resurrect not get to, you actually did pull her, excuse me. What? I thought you didn't pull her. You actually pulled her, so good job. How does she get this res off? What the heck? That's insane. That's actually insane. That Reinhardt is gonna have another shatter, by the way.
Good job, guys.
Nice work.
Oh, you're doing another long-range group hug when there's 30 seconds left. So when there's 30 seconds left, the enemy team is bound to make positional mistakes because they're rushing to the point, right? You can really punish those rushes because you have halt. Like imagine if like, someone was just like some player was like, oh, I have to touch, even though there's 30 seconds left. You guys know there are players that are like, I have to touch the point, and there's 30 seconds left. Let's say that player turns the corner and they're like, wait, no, I can wait, and they try and run away, but you have halt, and then you're like, hey, you know that mistake you made? I really liked it. Let's do it again, and you just pull them back and you like get that kill. So yeah, you need more patience with your halts, and you need to realize what is a good opportunity. When is a good opportunity to use halt? Okay, here we go. You're gonna break his shield. He's gonna walk through your shield and try and earth shatter. So if you pull him to the other side of your shield when he earth shatters, that would be huge and an amazing use of halt. Now the other thing here is there is a diva staring right at you. So you're gonna have to be pretty reserved here with halt unless you know that she used a bunch of defense matrix, which is pretty likely. You guys have Junkrat, Roadhog, Orisa, so she's gonna DM a lot. Then you can halt after her defense matrix runs out, so you can get a good halt. Okay, here comes the Earth Shatter. You placed a new shield. There's no way. You always halt right when you reload, and that is something you really should not do unless that halt is like saving your life or you're pulling someone like into a death pit, because you want to be able to shoot at your halt. And if you use the halt whenever you reload, like you're pretty much wasting halt, because you're like what you're saying is, hey, this amazing ability I have that lets me get free damage in, I'm just gonna not do the free damage part. I'm just gonna use the ability and just not use the free damage. So that's probably your worst habit I have seen. Or no, sorry, second worst habit. Your first worst habit is the group hugs. Your second worst habit is using halt whenever you run out of ammo. That's the worst time to use halt. And it got absorbed by Diva, so here comes the Earth Shatter. There's no way. Oh, imagine if you had halt right now. Oh no! That Rhine was so screwed. That Rhine was so screwed. Did you see that Rhine, how panicked he was when he turned that corner? Look at this. This dude's like, I am Reinhardt. I'm gonna push in. Ha 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 ha. Look at this guy. He's like, I've got this. And then his shield broke, and he's like, uh-oh, I shouldn't be here anymore. I need to leave, I need to leave, I need to leave, I need to leave, I need to leave. Imagine if you had halt right there. It would have been so good. You kill Reinhardt, who's close to Earthshatter. 13 seconds left in the round. That's a huge kill. You're going to force the Mercy out of position to get that resurrect. You guys kill the Mercy. 6 versus 4, game is over, right? That's the power of a halt. You can win a game with one good halt. Oh man, feels so bad. And where's your Roadhog? Why is he up here? If he was over here, that's the easiest hook in the world. He's gonna Earth Shatter you. There's no way he doesn't Earth Shatter you. Where did he go? Okay. Alright. You replace shield, but the shield is honestly way too aggressive. I don't think you meant to shoot it that far, but with 11 seconds left and they already took the corner from you, you've got to place the shield farther back, either by cafe door or the door with the stairs so your team can hide and cover, or that corner that leads into the alleyway so your team has more cover to work with, etc. So the shield here is a little too aggressive. The fortify made sense. Let's see. Okay, maybe not the best fortify, because they hadn't really committed to you. It was mostly the fire strike, so probably could have held fortify there. Okay, so target selection here, a bit of a mistake. So this diva is literally making a beeline for you. What she's saying is, hey, Orisa, do you like the headshot sound? Do you like ding, 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 ding? Well, here, let me help you with that. I'm going to put my hitbox right in front of you. Go ahead and shoot me in the face. GG. That's what Diva is saying right here. She's like, hey, shoot me in the face, please. I love getting shot in the face. That sounded really bad. Never mind. But yeah, this diva should have been your target right now. She is flying forward. She is right in front of you. The Reinhardt is around the corner. Definitely shoot the diva. And she's right behind you. Yeah, definitely need to target select that diva. Now you're target selecting her. Okay. Ooh, you're so close.
Fuck, I got hit. You got it, guys.
Oh, she still got the res off. Unfortunate. Okay, so Diva's out of mech. Now, do not waste your time with Valk Mercy. You're never going to kill her. Mercy has the built-in healing, the self-healing, and Valkyrie. And as Orisa, you're never going to do enough damage to a Valking Mercy to kill her. So you've got Diva out of mech. Now you need to turn your attention to either Reinhardt or someone else near you. Okay, there's the Reinhardt. Okay, wait, we just saw your halt, actually. Okay, so Reinhardt, you're on the Rhine. He's gonna shatter. There's no way he doesn't shatter. Hey, there it is. It's shattered. Yep. Yeah, I should have seen that one coming. And the reason why is because Reinhardt kept getting resurrected. He was constantly alive. He constantly got away with swinging a ton, getting fire strikes. So I could, like, as this round was progressing, like, I could feel, like, in my chest, like, the tension rising. Like, okay, he's getting closer to Earth Shatter. He has Earth Shatter. He's probably gonna Earth Shatter here. And like, it's like when it's like I don't know. It's like a feeling that I have that I'm like, okay, he is going to Earth Shatter right now. Like right when he charged, or right here. Oh, I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna Earth Shatter because you walked out from your shield. Roadhog just used breather. I was thinking like you should probably fortify. So I don't know how to teach that, honestly. It's just you have to kind of keep track on enemy heroes. How long have they been alive? Have they been doing a lot of damage? Has your team really noticed them doing damage? Have they used, and when's the last time they used an ultimate? So did your team actually clutch that out? Wow, they did. So that was a good game. It was one of those few games where it seemed like a little bit of a stomp, but there was still lots of learning opportunities. So yeah, like I said, the main thing is work on those halts, definitely. Definitely work on the halts. That's the number one thing. You need to, chill out with the group hug, stop this whole kumbaya Orisa business, and you need to be this like killer death robot Orisa. That punishes people for bad positioning, punishes people that aren't playing around their abilities well, like Reinhardt shield breaks and he's standing in the middle of the open. You punish that, etc. The second thing is what's the second thing? I don't know. Your reloading was okay. There really weren't any big reload issues. Um, you didn't really have that many fortify issues. You had a couple shields that were too aggressive. You had a couple fortifies that were maybe less than ideal. You had a couple of times when you should have reloaded that you didn't. Your supercharger seemed pretty okay. I think everything you had. I think the second thing I would say is probably target selection. So you had a lot of good target selection and then a lot of missed target selection. So remember that the whole shoot tanks thing is not a rule for Orisa. It is a guideline. You know, it's a guiding kind of principle, but not an end all be all to how to play Orisa or Zarya for that matter, right? It's very situational. It's a guideline. If those better high priority targets are offering themselves up to you, turn your attention to them. Use your abilities like halt, fortify, shield, etc. to get those kills. So number one, halt. Number two, target selection, and the rest of it was pretty good, just kind of little things here and there, right? Just be careful about being too aggressive with shields, be careful not to waste fortify, and be careful canceling your reload, and make sure you reload when there is actual downtime. So thank you, Dollar Hunt, for the review, man. I hope this was helpful. Congratulations again on your wedding. Thank you for being an auto buddy and supporting the channel. If you guys liked this video, consider giving it a like and subscribing on YouTube. You can check out all my Zarya guides, VOD reviews, Orisa VOD reviews, Overwatch League analyses. All that stuff is on the YouTube. You can also watch me on Twitch, where I do these live, and you can follow me on Twitter and Discord to kind of join in the conversation, talk to me, ask questions, get announcements, etc. All those links will be in the description. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and as always, have a good one.